Hello and welcome to the JT Wrestling Podcast. I am Jason, and along with my partner in crime,
Tristan.
And this is podcast number 5, I think it is.
Whatever, something like that.
First of all, sorry this is up a bit late than we normally would on Tuesdays, but I took a break from my computer, and yeah.
Yeah, so the first topic we're going to talk about is, with no delay, is Over the Limit from this past Sunday. Now, all of you guys have watched it, you've seen the reviews, whatever, but I just want to get our quick thoughts out on the major matches. I guess we'll just start off with the with Christian's return. Jason, what are your thoughts on that?
I'm so glad he's back and has the Intercontinental title on him. This could lead Rhodes to bigger and better things without the title, possibly a world title match, and maybe even a title reign with the title.
But I hope they continue this feud. I don't want them to just put it into Rhodes with his with the IC title right now.
Yeah, have it go on for a few pay-per-views with it.
Yeah, maybe till SummerSlam. Yeah. Anyways, so then we had the next major probably would be the World Heavyweight Championship match, the Fatal 4-Way.
Oh, is this where I come in? Alright, but Fatal 4-Way. I started watching about halfway into this, and then my stream kept freezing up, so I didn't really watch the full thing yet, but I am going to get to that later on tonight.
Yeah, I thought this was awesome. I wouldn't say great match. Very, very good. Probably in 3/3/4. I think I gave it like 3.5, but it could be 3/3/4 range. Definitely very, very good match. WWE has kind of a weird style. Once again, I'm just gonna give a final plug. Follow me on Twitter at HBKXXIcon. I have a YouTube, youtube.com/WWEXXFan, and that's where you can check out my reviews and thoughts and everything like that. I have a more in-depth review on that channel. So anyways, yeah, this is just a really, really good match, and Jericho, I think it did hurt him being pinned, because he just looks terrible now with the suspension. We'll talk about that a bit later, but Sheamus is stale as hell. It's not even funny. He's turned into another Cena. It's just unbearable. Alright, so, anyways, if I'm not missing out anything, the WWE title match, this match was amazing. One of the best matches of the year, no doubt. Okay, so this thing was just awesome. We don't get to see a lot of this stuff, obviously, from WWE very often. You have to kind of venture out to see matches like this nowadays, you know, but, just an excellent, excellent match. I, loved it. Counters, reversals, the submissions. This felt like we were seeing Bryan and Punk, you know, in maybe 05, 06. Well, not Punk in 06, but, you know, Bryan in 05, Punk in maybe 04, 05. Yeah, just going out. It was just really fun to watch. From what I know, their best match they've had. So, yeah, just fantastic. These guys will pull out a 4-star match before they're done, for sure. Or 5-star match, I mean. They've already done 4 stars and exceeded that by far. But, yeah, these guys will go 5 stars easy. They'll have lots of matches in the future, and I'm super excited for that. Okay, so, now, Laurinaitis and Cena has been talked about enough. It was crap. It shouldn't have been invented the pay-per-view. It should. I would have trashed this even if it was on Raw. It was just something you never want to see. And the fact that they're making Cena more than the WWE title is absolutely disgusting. Yeah, just it's disgusting. I can't believe they're doing that. It's like once again, Lesnar and The Rock was one thing, but Laurinaitis was a complete another thing. And the Big Show, the main event, it's like, how far are they going to go? Seriously, how low can they go? It's like, serious, it's not funny, it's like, Cena's just such a problem right now. He needs to get out of there for a few months. so they can stabilize everything else, because he's just bringing the product down right now, the way they're using him and the way they're over-promoting him. It's not, I mean, most of us don't like him in the first place, but when he's being shoved down our throats this much, it's unbearable. Anyways, over the limit, that's it. Whatever. A good show, but if Bryan and Punk was the main event, it would have brought it up a lot. Jericho suspension. Jason, start on this since I've been talking a lot.
Alright, Jericho suspension. I had a live event over in... Man, where were they?
Brazil,
yeah. He grabbed a flag I guess some fan threw into the ring, and then he held it up for a bit, crumbled it up, and I think threw it in the ring or something like that.
threw it outside. Yeah.
Oh, outside the ring, alright. And because of that, he is suspended for 30 days and won't have a match at No Way Out.
If you know about this by now, but it's illegal in Brazil to minister something, a flag, which is the Brazilian flag, which is really whatever. It's the law, but
that's the dumbest rule ever. It's like, I get it, it's a rule that they have to follow, but did they have to suspend him for 30 days though? It's like,
well, it's not a rule. It's law there. They do have to be careful with that stuff. Just like, what is it when they're in Ecuador? No, it's not when they're in Ecuador. When they're in certain places, they can't just send the divas back home because women aren't allowed to have certain. They can only have their part of their skin showing. They can, I think, even short sleeves is frowned upon or something like that. I don't know, but they'd have to be like Eskimo to go out there. But it's just like stupid laws, sure, whatever. But 30 days, just insane. I was looking forward to his match with Orton at No Way Out. Whatever.
Yeah, when I heard that they suspended him, and definitely I was like, all right, when they get back in the States, so they'll unsuspend
it's just image control. They do it when they don't want everyone to get pissed with them, and just all this coverage about TMZ, it being on the front page. They don't want to look back.
Yeah, that's just stupid that they suspended him. Hopefully he gets a match at Money in the Bank.
I hope they decide to lift the suspension.
That too.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah. Alright, Bryan Punk feud. This thing, I want to end Money in the Bank for the reciprocal reason that they'll have a lot of different matches over the years, and I just don't want. I want it to stay fresh, and it always will. They're gonna have a match at every single pay-per-view of the year, and they'd still put on great match after great match. I agree with that, but they definitely good to keep it fresh. So I'd like that this ends at Money in the Bank, and they bring it back up, hopefully to a WrestleMania match. Also, a side note, and actually, no. I wouldn't like to see Bryan and Punk face off at WrestleMania, just like WrestleMania 29 or 30, because I think that Bryan should face Regal at WrestleMania as like maybe the second or third biggest match promoted, and then have Regal's retirement match because he really deserves it. But we'll see Bryan and Punk on at WrestleMania for sure one day.
Oh yeah.
Okay, actually, this wasn't planned to talk about, but let's talk about the rumor that London's been brought up, but that won't happen because of time change. I know there's a fan who brought a sign saying "Bring WrestleMania 30 Vancouver, BC." I thought that's 5 hours away from where I live here in Washington State, so that'd be terrific. If it'll be at Vancouver, BC, because if you didn't read about the match, you can look up that story, but I'd love to see WrestleMania 30 in Vegas. My first ever WrestleMania, so.
Yeah, and then I think guy posted on one of my videos I made about that topic. Be in California, it could be in Sydney, Australia, it could be in London, Vancouver. Most I think it's going to be in Vancouver. That'd be the museum that would just be the place at WrestleMania 30.
I showed a picture. He was in it's a really beautiful place, BC. Look up BC place on computer. That's really nice.
Oh, yeah.
Alright,
Alright. So here's my portion. Talk about the PWG show that's taking place tonight. It might be taking place now, and we're gonna get this video, so it doesn't go on too long. Let's just cover some of the matches. Super Smash Bros. Young Bucks and a tag. This thing's gonna be awesome. I expect a lot from this match. Yeah, just awesome stuff there. Smash Bros. 1DT4, and this is looking really good. Elgin, Mike Logan, Willie Max being probably the two best big men in the game in the United States right now. That's just insane. El Generico Ricochet, this will be awesome. This will probably be the main event because they've already announced that Super Smash Bros. Young Bucks and Steen and Brian Cage will be in the first half of the show due to their flights. So Generico and Ricochet will most likely main event, and I'm fine with that. That'll be awesome. Steen and Brian Cage, that'll be awesome too. Everything just looks amazing on the show. This continuing, they're going to pick up the role they had towards the end of the year, going into the early 2012. They dropped off a little bit, but they're still having consistently great shows, and I just love the PWG products. It's amazing. All right, so next we have I'm glad I actually got through that pretty quick. So next we're going to talk about the future of the WWE. I thought of this because I'm thinking about NXT, FCW, how FCW may be closing soon, and just all the great talents they really have. Some of my favorite wrestlers in the world, that they've managed to reel in. WWE always ends up raping the indies every year or two. They'll just kind of go in and I think they kind of have destroyed ROH's roster. ROH specifically, but not many other promotions actually. To be honest, Brody Lee, so they Shikara doesn't need him too much, but Moxley, you can make a case there, but whatever. For the only guys from other promotions, but you look at the roster: Dean Ambrose, Cassius, no.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah, Chris here. Some of these guys' names are kind of confusing. I'll just call them by their former names. Seth Rollins, I can actually pronounce his name, obviously, but Black is my favorite Ring of Honor wrestlers ever, so that's cool. Tony Cesaro, he's already on the main roster. Things look very good. I was really hoping that Revolution Dean Ambrose, but it's a stupid video game. It's so dumb. Yeah. So, I think things look really great for a lot of these guys. So many killer combinations. I mean, we'll see Kings of Wrestling feud. We'll see Rollins and Punk feud. We'll see an Ambrose and Punk feud. We'll see an Ambrose and Bryan feud. We'll see a Rollins and Bryan feud. We'll see, all the combinations. Pretty much Bryan, Punk, Ono, Cesaro, Rollins, etc. Those guys, Also, I don't know what Richie Steamboat is. They need to bring him up. I mean, he's the Jack Briscoe 15 champion at the time, I believe. But he really needs to be on the main roster. Yeah, I hope this hasn't dragged on too long, guys. I want to wrap up the video. Jason, do you have any last thoughts?
Not really, actually.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, alright, so, yeah, nothing really going on right now. Thank you very much, guys. Trying to think of any plugs I want to make, but there really aren't any. Just subscribe to both of our channels, Jason, you want to plug that?
Subscribe to my YouTube, youtube.com/JEPWWEFreak96, and follow me on Twitter at JEPWWEFreak96.
And follow me on Twitter at HPAXX icon, or plug this to XX fan on YouTube. Yeah, that's it.
Alright, so thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Ah!